So as you can see, folks, we got quite the bevy of 044s here. All these are running. These three on top. These two. And this one here is a builder. That is the original handle. It sure would be nice to get all that grime off of there and shine it up. But if anybody who knows how to do it, I mean, guys have said something about hydrogen peroxide. We'll try it, you know. But anyways, I had this one out the other day. This one's got the Max Flow cover. I painted it, but there was one spot here, for whatever reason. I'm going to have to go over that again. I don't know if it's going to adhere. We'll see. I ended up dyeing this plastic. Got an older tag on there. We'll get another tag on there. But anyways, I was out running this thing, and I'll tell you, you know, they say pretty don't cut fast, but I'll tell you what, in this case, it cuts. Like I said, I got the Max Flow on it. Brand new OEM carb. New boot. You know, new parts, intake parts. And then I got the old Bush King muffler on there. I see a lot of guys making mufflers, and I've tried a lot of different things. I'll tell you what, this pipe muffler here with this saw, with the Max Flow, new carb and everything, runs great. Now I put a Chinese carb on here. Nope. Ain't gonna work as good. But anyways, I got a couple, these two are 10 millimeter here, 10 millimeter slant fin. This one's a 10 millimeter. And then I got this one down here that's being worked on is a 12. And then these two are 12s. But like I said, I had this one out in the yard the other day. I was cutting with it. And I'll tell you what, man, that son of a gun goes pretty well. I mean, you could pull off-the-shelf 572 XP or an off-the-shelf 462C, which I was just at the dealer today. He actually had one in. I couldn't believe it. It doesn't seem like many saws are flowing here through Western New York, but the price tag on it was $12.49 or $12.99. Now you figure with the tax, you know, you're up there. 500i. If you can find one of those, you're way up there. So I mean, yeah, it's an older saw, but it's pre-EPA. You get the right carb intake, right combo. He's really moving. This one's not even ported. I didn't even go in there and tickle the cylinder yet. And there's a lot more gains to be had. But anybody that runs this saw is going to be happy. It wouldn't be a stretch to say that this thing with that bar on there against a stock 572 XP or a stock 462, this saw will be right there with it. Probably maybe a fuzz better. And when it's ported, forget about it. It'll spank it. But, and then on this one back here, I had kind of a, I don't know if you can see it, but the cover's off of there. And kind of a caca cover. So I got this warming up under the light. This seems like the way to do it, and it's coming out pretty good. I'm using this, where the hell is it? I don't know if you can see it. Tractor truck and implement spray. And it's actually like I think they call it a Ford gray. But when she dries, it looks pretty darn close to the original Ford paint. So, but I don't know. I got a couple of these that a few guys are interested in, guys I cut with. A couple other people, you know, once they run them, they might be interested, but I really don't need 6 of these. Maybe we'll raffle one off, or we'll see what happens. But the next thing I'm going to go after in this little bit of winter, I'd like to get some 064s. I wouldn't mind having half a dozen of those all done up. And again, you know, you're going to put some money into these things. There is no doubt about it. And I know guys can make the argument, well, you know, just buy a new saw, but these older saws, especially the 044, 064, and 066, I'm telling you what, the engineering on them, it's almost begging to be modified. And if you get everything right, the intake, your flow porting, I don't do machine work. I can do it for somebody if they want it, but that's not how I build my saws. And one of the keys right here is the Bush King. I mean, this really makes a big difference right here, having this pipe on here in a configuration. Now, I'm not going to show you inside because that's kind of a trade secret, and I hope you respect that, but I see a lot of guys building different mufflers, and I've tried a couple different mufflers, but I'll tell you what, the pipe out the can for, let's just say this saw, maybe not all the saws, seems to work pretty darn good. If I were to build, like, say, Iron Horse muffler, or any one of those setups where it bolts right up, and then there's a loop-de-doo, I'm just going to say that on this saw, this muffler is probably going to be the best. And of course, you can play around with the length of that tube. Okay? The thing about this is, a couple guys have said to me, Fabes, I love the things rip, but they're loud. Well, putting that little bit extra pipe on there, it quiets it down. And if you want, you can always trim some back or cut an angle on it, you know, hot rod it. But, yeah. Alrighty.